I go from this space of I'm only around my sisters and brother. I don't really have any relationship with my parents. It's just kind of us kids fending for ourselves. Those are my youngest memories. If I were to say, even with the abuse that I received or my sisters received, as I think back, I feel like my brother got it the worst out of all of us. And it was just very physical, very verbal abuse.
Welcome to Big Girl Thoughts. Real women, real talk, real faith. I'm Ashley, and this is our space to connect, laugh, and dive into life's beautiful, messy parts. Every big girl thoughts are worth celebrating. Grab your coffee or a glass of wine, get comfy, and let's journey together, one real, raw, and remarkable conversation at a time. Hey, babe. Welcome back to Big Girl Thoughts. Today, I am so excited. I have a very special friend, Catherine, a.k.a. Kat, here with us today. Kat, can I just brag on her for a minute? She is one of those people that she's so much fun to be around. You are a light. I absolutely love serving with you on Sundays at our awesome church. Yeah. We get to do that quite a bit. You are that girl that I could call and just spill my guts out. And you would answer. And this is what I love about you too. I'll text you or I'll call you and you'll do the text back. I'll call you right back. I'll call you right. Give me 5 minutes or whatever. And so This is that girlfriend that's always there when you need her. I would love to have you share your story. I know it comes with heartbreak, it comes with loss, grief, but it also comes with God's healing.
Yeah.
And I love that. So get ready for a great, real, raw conversation with Kat. Grab your wine or coffee and let's dive in.
Let's do it. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay! So we all have these stories. We have to go back to childhood. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I don't even know that girl.
You don't know that girl?
Who is she?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let's start there. Take us back a little bit. Just the starting of some of the story that you want to share and just your childhood. This is my dog scratching on the door.
It's fine.
He wants to get in, or she, one of the two.
It's fine. We love them both.
Okay, so what did childhood look like for you?
Okay, so I am the youngest of 5, so definitely youngest child vibes all the way, especially if you talk to my siblings, even now.
Okay.
And I kind of grew up in a very entrepreneurial type of home. On the outside, it was really shiny and bright. You know, we lived on a house on the hill in Colorado, and my dad served on several boards and a lot of stuff in Colorado Springs. He owned multiple businesses. So on the outside, we really did kind of have it together, which was a big deal for us.
You looked good.
Yeah, it looked pretty. So I would say on the inside, though, it was far from different from shiny and new. There's a lot of abuse, verbal, physical, sexual abuse. My mom was kind of not as present. I would say not kind of. She really just wasn't a present mom. She had her own trauma just from everything that was going on within our household. And so we had a lot of fend for ourselves moments that made it a little bit, tough. It's crazy. The things that happened when I was a child, I thought happened to everybody. So it was very normalized for us. We just assumed that this is what life is like.
Yeah.
But definitely a tough situation. And my mom I'm my mom's only daughter. My mom had my brother and me. So it's myself, my brother, and then she met my dad, and I'm the only child between my mom and my dad. So I'm like the youngest and also an only child at the same time. Okay. My dad has several other children, but I grew up with my 3 sisters from my dad. So
Mom and dad are not together anymore.
They are not together anymore. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I read something and saw something so cool. I don't know if you follow Dr. Gabor Mate.
No.
He talks about our trauma and our birth order. So you're the youngest. I was the youngest. So if my brother was in the room, we had a completely different childhood.
Oh, 100%.
That blows me away.
Yeah.
Because I've had conversations with him, and my mom's no longer here, but I've had conversations and I'm like looking at him like, are you crazy? Like we were in the same household and it's not that way. So tell me a little bit about your view, your childhood in terms of your perspective and what you kind of went through being the youngest. Because you didn't get away with any, you were the youngest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was the youngest, but I think the thing with my childhood that is a little bit unique is the fact because my sisters were my half sisters and we had kind of this trauma, it's almost like I have two separate childhoods. So when I was in the 5th grade, my sisters were removed from the home and my brother's 8 years older than me. So I really was an only child from the 5th grade on as well. But 100%. My memory of what life was like and the things that we were able to do, it wasn't as scary for me until 5th grade. You know, I assumed that it was normal that my brother got beat the way that he did because he was the only boy, and that's what boys have to be strong. Boys have to be this, you know. Yeah. And so I didn't really. It didn't affect me in the same way. It wasn't as traumatic for me as it was for my sisters because I was the youngest, and there was a lot of protection also from my older siblings on things that I didn't see. It wasn't until I got in the 5th grade and it was just me that then, you know, I was experiencing kind of. So I feel like it's split into two at that point. So for me, I definitely think that as the youngest, there's a lot of things. I just was like always around my sisters. I don't really remember my parents being around much. It was kind of just us fending for ourselves. We were definitely latchkey kids. We were definitely just out doing the things, right? So my perception, but then you would talk to my sister and she would say, you know, as soon as our dad got home, everyone would scramble and go to different places and we couldn't be in the same room with my brother. My dad was very weird about that. We couldn't sit on the couch with him, like weird things that I'm like, this is a normal thing.
Why is that? Why?
I think, again, my brother wasn't my dad's son. So there's a very like a dominant, like this is know your place type of situation. So oh
my gosh. Well, I mean, anybody would be like, peace out.
Yeah.
So he like went through the army, like basic training in a bad way.
Yeah. And it's when you have different, like my brother was an engineer, right? He's passed since now, but he was an engineer. He wasn't like a football player and my dad didn't even finish the 6th grade. So he's just a people-y, outgoing, very, you know, masculine type of guy. And my brother loved comic books and computers and stuff like that. And so he would always just be very derogatory towards him because of that.
Did you guys grow up in the church? What was your faith like back then?
Yeah. So we went to private schools, you know, we just lived a picture-perfect family.
We had a perfect picture life.
Yeah. I mean, literally from preschool all the way up until 8th grade, I went to private school. I had to beg my mom to go to public school for high school because I was like, please, I just want to go to public school. We were in the church. I would say my dad, not so much. He owned bars and restaurants. So he had that as an excuse to be like, I have to work on Sunday, you know? So I never saw my dad up until that 5th grade point. He was always gone. But we went to church every Sunday and did the things.
Okay. Yeah. So did you and your dad have a good relationship?
So I feel like I didn't know my dad until my sisters left. And I remember having that actual conversation. And it's one of, again, my memory feels like it's so far away sometimes where I have to pull back. But it's one of those conversations that stuck with me that when my sisters left, and that was a traumatic thing in and of itself, they were pulled out of the home.
My dog really wants to come in, doesn't he?
Apparently.
Yeah, I
know. But when my sisters left, and that, again, was super traumatic in the fact that I knew I'm 10, right? So my mom literally told me, well, your sisters have to go live with their mom because they're lying.
Yeah.
And then I remember having a conversation with my dad and saying, like, can you just be around more? You know, like they had gone through this long court trial. It was a big, very traumatic thing that my mom kept me far away from.
Out of the loop.
Yeah. I remember things like we had this model built of our home, like the upstairs, downstairs. And again, it's this big, gorgeous house on a hill. And I used to play with my Barbies in it. And I'd ask my mom, like, what is this? And she's like, this is to prove that your sisters are liars. So there was just a lot of like, my mind was not there until it was. And then. Yeah.
So then you were 10. Speed up just a little bit. When was there a moment where you were like, when was that we're shiny on the outside, but we have did you have this aha moment at all when you were maybe even, I mean, obviously older than 10, but were you a teenager and you were like, I cannot wait to get out of here like my brother?
Yeah, definitely when I was a teenager. But by that point, I mean, the end of 5th grade year, you know, my father then had started abusing me. So I still really, I wanted freedom from it, but I also had such a disconnect from my mom because of that I was like, by the time high school hit, I was like, I gotta be done.
Yeah.
So I was definitely ready to move out, and I think it took a long time for me into my adult years to realize that I don't have to present my life as shiny and perfect and new.
Yeah.
So even then, when I'm feeling this way, it was ingrained in me, like the presentation matters. So I was always on, even when I'm like feeling the way I was feeling and going through the things I was going through. It was all about the presentation, all about my grades, all about how, you know, I'm a cheerleader, I'm on this thing. Like it was all about how I presented myself to the world, which was so I don't think it really clicked with me. Like, this is not, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be perfect. But then 2, this is not how it's supposed to be. So
do you think that, because it sounds like being the youngest, you probably became super independent. Like I was a latchkey kid too.
Yeah.
That really served you today.
Yeah.
I mean, I love, like, you are a hustler, girl. Like single mom, like killing it.
Yeah.
And can you talk just a little bit about that? Just like, but I also too want to know, like, when did you grasp onto God? Were you in daily prayer? Were you like, what helped you through that icky time of you being home and not 18 where you could be like, peace out, like your brother?
I think then those are those moments when people say, you know, I didn't know God, but he knew me and he was with me. Like I knew of him, but there was so much anger and stuff built up. But I know now, looking back, that he was with me through all of those moments. I think that I wasn't really clinging to God. And in fact, I had a lot of anger because my mom was so big on like, I've prayed about it. You know, she would say things to me like, I know your sisters are liars because I prayed about it, you know, and God. So there was a lot of disconnect between me and my relationship with God until I had kids of my own. And I was like, I knew he was always there. I would pray from time to time, but I wanted to seek out who God really was. And I wanted to be a foundation for my children that helped them to know who God really was, as opposed to even what I was exposed to.
Yeah. So then tell me a little bit about, you move out. Probably best day ever. I actually
maybe.
It's scary. Yeah. It's kind of,
you know, when you're scary. Like, I'm moving out, and then you're like, wait, I have to buy toilet paper and paper. You know, like the things that you don't think about when you also have to take care of yourself.
But talk about a little bit about, you know, you just leaving and what, you know, what occurred next in your life.
I think even at that point, there was so much trauma ingrained into me that even though I was like, I'm free, I still had this grasp on like being the young, like, Mom, I still need you. So I did leave. I lived with, so again, youngest of 5, kind of, but my dad has 11 kids total. So really, I'm
Yeah.
the youngest of 11.
Yeah. Okay.
So I went to go live
my
with
gosh.
my like brother on my dad's side in Dallas, and I went to college there. And I still like that first year of college, my brother is the spitting image of my dad. His voice is like him. So I really struggled with that, and so I
Yeah.
would always be like, kind of come back to maybe I should go back home, or maybe there. I still just felt really unsteady.
Yeah.
I think for a long time, again, it was just for me. Yes, I was free, but like all of
Yeah.
that was just me because I was so broken on the inside. I just did not have a compass. There was no direction. I was just trying to find something to fill all of the holes, and there was a lot of them. So I feel like I was still, yes, I was free, but then I was choosing friends that weren't great. Like I was doing the things to try and say like I just need something to make me happy. And so even in those younger years, I just was constantly searching, constantly seeking for something that wasn't really there. That only Jesus can fill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like we all do that, right? And like some people go to drugs, go to alcohol.
Yeah.
Right? They go to men and they're like constantly searching for the dad they never had, Okay, and so how long did you live with your brother?
It was one good year of college. It was
and you were like,
year.
That was so triggering.
Yeah.
Get me out.
I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I then like moved back to Colorado, and then I have another sister in Dallas who's like, try again, come with me. But I've always been, working has never stopped. Like I'll work 2-3 jobs at a time. I'm just like, this is what you do. You work hard. So
You're amazing.
I was like managing restaurants when I was 18 years old. So by the time I moved back with my other sister, I'm like managing Arby's and, doing the things. And that's where I met my ex-husband. So, I mean, I would say 20. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you meet your ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, isn't it
Bless him, Lord.
I know. I tell you, man, life is constantly a perspective change for me. I have to see the good in people and situations, because we really can't we? We can take your independence and your like entrepreneurial and your way of just hustling through your life and having 2 or 3 jobs, like that served you really well.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can say like there's a great perspective shift, right? That like you weren't crying in a corner.
Yeah. Well, and I think I've always had the mindset too, even when I think back on my childhood. I mean, I remember right after my divorce, I went to therapy and I'm like, this and this. She's like, start from the beginning. I'm like, are you sure you want me to start from the beginning? And I do. And she's like, she's crying. So I'm like, this is a lot, but I've always looked at it as there are people, like I lived in a big house on a hill and got a great education. There was things that were bad, but I absolutely will not use that as an excuse to not be the best version of myself, because there are people who they didn't live in they didn't get the education. How can I show them that this doesn't have to be, what it is? And so I hate feeling sorry for myself. I don't like crying. Like I really had to get in tune with my emotions, because I'm like, I guess it isn't great, but the way I look at it is I'm like, there's so many people who had it worse. So I never had that mentality where I'm like, I'm not the victim. In fact, I actually have had it a lot better than a lot of people. And so for that, I'll always be thankful.
Oh my gosh, that's such an incredible, I mean, you've been through, like you said, verbal, physical, sexual abuse. And for you to just say that, that's so strong, Kat. Like, that's incredible. I mean, there's a lot of people that choose to not get the healing that they deserve.
Yeah.
I mean, we really do deserve to be happy on earth, right?
Yeah.
We do deserve
God wants that for us.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love that. Okay, so you got married.
Well, I had babies, then I got married.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
God still loves me. I know he does.
Right, he does. So,
Yeah.
okay, so walk us through that. So you
Yeah.
had, so you had your first baby.
When I was pregnant at 20, had her at 21.
Okay.
And then I just decided, who needs to live their 20s with doing anything but having kids?
I love that we're laughing about it, really.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's so funny. And all of my friends were in college at the time, and they're like, this sucks for you. Like, we're going to,
We're going to go party and you're going to go.
I'm just being a mom. Yeah. Bopping around. So I had my first at 21, and then my son's only 17 months younger than her. So I always tell them, like, I love you guys, but you were not planned. And then we got married.
Yeah.
And kind of lived life, and we've moved to Seattle and all around, just running these restaurants and doing the things. But my last two kiddos with my ex-husband, I really were kind of like, how can I make this work? Like, they were me trying to grasp onto something that was just not there. My ex-husband cheated on me from before we got married to all the way through. So it was very, very, just a long journey. And that was, I mean, again, I was adamant about my kiddos being in church, wanted to like get him involved in church and all of the things, just trying to grasp onto what I felt marriage was. But I do think that when I found him, he had a lot of the traits that my dad had. Like, he was very successful. He was a leader. He was a great talker, like all of the things. And we have a great great guy. Father of my children, super thankful for him. Yeah. Helped him buy a house.
Wow. I mean, that is pretty, you got a big heart.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But I think it was just a level of, there's always going to be those things, those red flags, those warning signs that stick out to you. But I was, again, so broken. I was so looking for something I wanted to create the perfect family that I never had. And at that time, it really was about the presentation. Like, I'm the perfect stay-at-home mom, and my kids go to, all the classes, and we're doing all the things. And then I would, get them through all their swimming classes, and I'm like, lay them down for napping down in a whole bottle of wine and like sleeping the rest of the day. I was so depressed and just so sad. I truly cannot look back at pictures of when I was married. I'm like, first of all, I definitely had a Benjamin Button moment. I'm like, I do not know that girl at all. Yeah. But I think, too, I was just so dependent on what something could be, as opposed to, like, the Lord wasn't my source. It was trying to create this thing that I never had. That was my focus. So
let's talk about your faith, because did you have a moment where, so I think we all get to a place where we have this enough is enough moment. Yeah. And hopefully we all get to a place. Yeah. I remember a few of mine. I think I have a T-shirt, a few T-shirts that say enough is enough. When was that moment for you where you decided, I am going to lean in to my God rather than try to grasp and find dad or, all of those? When was that time for you? And what was going on? And tell us a little bit about that.
I think coming from the place of trying to use people to fill the holes, like I'm a recovering people pleaser.
But my gosh, you are?
I know.
Me too.
For me, it was, so again, presenting and always doing the things. But I feel like when my brother passed, we were extremely close, very, very close. I was like 4 months pregnant with my fourth child. And there was a couple things. I remember being on the phone with him, and he had told me, because my ex-husband was just a cheating McGee, you know, and I'm like, I don't know how I can have this baby and keep doing this. And he was like, no matter what, you'll always have me and mom. Like, it's going to be okay. And so there was that moment where I was like, okay, I feel this peace. Well, then he passed, literally the healthiest person on the planet, but he had this crazy heart thing where the walls of his hearts were just not strong enough. And he was on the soccer field and just, they couldn't bring him back. So it was like devastating going from talking to him, I would say every day, multiple times a day, to he was there at the birth of all of my children. He like would fly every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every birthday, just not only a constant in my life, but a constant in my children's lives. So there was this, I almost didn't really mind with my ex-husband because I had such a support in my brother. And as I look back on that now, I think, again, it was filling still that role of what God needs to be in my life. But he was everything to me, like literally my best friend. And so there was the moment we were driving back to Colorado to spread his ashes in Pikes Peak. And my ex was moving real funny. Like he was just very, you know, trying to hide phones and laptops. And I wanted to focus that trip on making it about my brother. But the whole time in the back of my head, I'm like, I can't keep doing this. And so I get back from this trip of spreading my brother's ashes. And it's a time where I hear God's voice so clearly, which is like, he's never going to change. And I don't like to say that people can't change, but it was very clear to me in that moment, like, this is not going to get better. This is not going to adjust. Like, you've done all of the things.
Yeah.
And this is not it. And so literally, the car was still loaded with our stuff. And I'm just, you know, like I said, in the shower. And I just was like, I just can't do this. Like, I've lost, I feel like, everything. And so I remember, like, he comes upstairs and I'm like, hey, do you love this person? And he's like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, do you love her? And he's like, I think so. I was like, all right, get out. Just go, just leave. And so I feel like I hadn't even had my fourth child. Like, I was literally at that point, I think, like 6 months pregnant.
Oh my gosh. So you just spread the ashes of your father.
My brother.
Or sorry, you just spreaded the ashes of your brother, who was sounds like an amazing friend too.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That was like, you were very blessed, right, to have a friend and a brother.
And I think that it was, there was a lot of roller coasters in between then of just emotions. But I think then the second time where I was like, okay, I can't. I also at the time was a stay-at-home mom that worked part-time at the YMCA doing kids' birthday parties, you know. Yeah. So I just didn't have, I had to move my whole house, the house that we were in. Right. Like, we were in the process of purchasing everything. And I was like, I want to get settled before I have this baby. So I do all of that before I have, you know, Ryan, which again, my brother's Benjamin Ryan. So her name's Ryan. And so
I love that.
Before I have her, I have to move houses, do all the things. And I think the second moment was when I had her in the hospital, and I was by myself the whole time. Like, he came, took a picture, and then I didn't see him the rest of the time. And I remember, like, holding this baby and just feeling, like, crying, but feeling so much peace. Like, the nurse came in and was like, you should put on some music. And I put on worship music, and I'm holding her, and I'm like, made that decision. Like, I felt the Lord so near to me in that moment. So it was like everything is blowing up. Like, everything has changed, but I still felt so much peace in the chaos, because it was almost like, never will I. It was like I just have to take one step forward. Like, I don't have to know all the things. I don't have to know what this looks like. I just have to be willing to take the next step. And that's literally what I have been doing ever since. Like, just, okay, take the next step, get through this. And every time I look back, I'm like, man, that was just Jesus literally holding me and like, here you go, baby girl. Here's the next step. So it was that was the moment where I was like, to have so much peace
Mm-hmm.
in the literally probably the one of the worst times in my life
Yeah.
is that can only be God. Like
Yeah.
that can only be God.
So your sort of enough is enough was shower.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was sort of confirmed,
Yeah.
I'm going to be okay no matter what because
Yeah.
I have my God
Yeah.
on my side with your new baby.
Mm,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, Kat. Wow. Okay, so then after that, you where you moved and you
Yeah.
were like
Let's just start
okay,
over.
God, let's
Yeah.
start all
Start
over.
And I
Yeah.
think I was still in a space where I really had to get that people pleasing, like perfect presentation out of my mind.
Yeah.
Because when I moved, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back to school. I was working 2 jobs and going to school and, raising these kiddos. And my sister lived here, which is what kind of brought us to the Austin area.
Okay.
So just being close to family and having that. But I want to say it'll be 10 years this year because Ryan, who, was not even born yet, but when we made that decision to move here, she'll be 10 this month. And so we make this move and I'm like, okay, I'm going to power through and I'm going to prove everyone that I am worthy of love. I think that was my goal when I got here. Like, I'm worthy of love. I'm enough. I don't need anyone to take care of me. I can prove that I can do the things. And so I literally 2 jobs, going to school, got my associate's degree. I was interning in between those 2. It was crazy. It was insane. I don't even know how I had time for anything. And so there was a lot of me feeling like I had to prove things until I really got plugged into, our church home now. And that blew everything up again. Like, it's like, you don't have to prove anything. Like, it's really not even about you proving the things.
Yeah. There's something so, I'm just like hearing your story and I feel like you and I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but differences. I had 2 jobs. I can't all the time. But also, I don't think that I knew the importance of community. I love people.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows me knows I love people.
Yeah.
But like really having an inner circle, or we are so grateful we have this church community.
Yeah.
Like there's 5 women we could call right on a dime if we needed to. And I think that's a really cool thing. At least that's a difference for me today. Back, like if you could look at the old Kat and the old Ashley, like, would you say that it feels like we did a lot of things alone.
Yeah. Well, and it's like you're surrounded by so many people because I'm a people person. I'm drawn to people, but I'm drawn to serving people. And so
Me too.
I'm
I
like,
love it.
how am I feeling so lonely when I'm just pouring out to all the people? And I think that there was a level of me that didn't really trust people. I'm putting out this fake version of myself. And so I don't really, and so I believe that that's what everybody's doing, so there wasn't really, it was lonely because I didn't really trust the people that were around me. And so I think I had to relearn that. I had to come into a space where people were like, I'm going to get all up in your business and you're going to know that I love you and that's okay. And so building a community that I could be vulnerable in, that I could tell my story in and not feel judged, or it allowed me to trust again. And I think that trust is the foundation. I mean, even our relationship with God, like he's given us so many opportunities to say, you can trust me, you can rely on me. And that's what I needed based on a lifetime of not being able to trust that people could genuinely love me. From my parents all the way to, relationships. I didn't feel like I could trust that the love that people were giving me was genuine until I had to get vulnerable and not put on the show anymore and just kind of be me.
Yeah, there's a moment, I think, where we grow up and we realize how much we have to forgive ourselves. Because the enemy is, he's out to kill, steal, and destroy, right? And there's so much shame, I think, that we all could choose to carry or let go, right?
Yeah.
A lot of shame. I'm curious. Was shame something that you, I mean, just given some of your childhood,
Yeah.
Abuse, was that something that you had to?
Very shameful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that what my dad did to me made me feel so unclean and dirty. And again, it's almost like it felt like I deserve less than. I deserve to be
Gosh, yeah.
loved in this way because I'm not 100%. And so
Right, which
it's
is
almost
such a
like I
lie.
was receiving, especially in relationships, like I will
Yeah.
receive less than because I am less than. And so there was a lot of shame around that. And then again, God blessed me with 4 daughters. And that's so important for me. I don't ever want them to have that attachment or that, feeling of you have to accept less than because of the actions of other people. And so it's finding that balance of, but I don't have to prove that through my actions. Like God gets the final say in everything. I don't have to do anything more than what he's called me to do. And I don't have to, I just have to be the person that he's calling me to be. And so it definitely, the shame was a big cloud over my life for a really long time.
Yeah.
Really
What
long
about
time.
forgiveness? I think forgiving ourselves. There's a psychology behind like loving ourselves so that we can love others. And it's I grew up with a mom who just didn't love herself. Yeah. She was great, funny as all get out, amazing at hospitality.
Yeah.
She was that Southern woman that I say woman, I don't say Southern belle because you never saw her in a dress.
Yeah.
Like there's this Southern belle
it wasn't
picture.
that.
Oh no, she was in shorts and bare feet, and but the greatest lady you'd ever want to be around. But she never really truly loved herself. Yeah. So I guess if there were women listening of just in a time where dogs at my feet. If there's a woman that you could speak to right now that has been through trauma, has been through grief and loss, of losing a loved one, women who don't think they're worthy, what could you say to them of just and this will be our big girl thought of the day.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I know. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe there's a few things. I mean,
Yeah. That's a great question. And I do think, yes, there are a few things, but the biggest thing is that the enemy is a liar. He's a stupid, stupid liar.
Yeah, he really
and
is.
And so really just breaking apart all of the things, even write down all of the things. If you were to look at yourself in the mirror, record yourself, what would you say about you? And then pull out what's the lie in there? Like what's not true based upon what your friends say, what the people that love you most say, what God says about you. And see the different, like the tools that the enemy has, it's the same thing over and over again. There's a constant.
Yeah, he has the same playbook, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I would just say, like, really like when it comes to worthiness, it is a process. Like, give yourself grace and knowing that you will have those moments where there's tiny little triggers that make you feel like you're not good enough. And surround yourself with women specifically that build you up and make you realize, like, no, remember, like, that's a lie. That's not the truth. Because I do think that it is knowing your worth and being confident in that, for me at least, it is a journey. It is a battle. There's times where something will trigger me and I question, like, did I do that right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this okay? And I think that just when it comes from knowing your value and knowing who you are, it really is who you surround yourself with and trying to funnel out those lies and listen, I think it was you. I have clear sticky notes all around my house because something that you told me, like, we need those reminders. It's not something that you can just be like, boom, over it. Now I'm worthy and amazing. Like,
I know.
it's not. It is a constant thing. And being able to say, like, hey, I'm feeling this way. Like, I can call people who I know love me for me, no matter where I'm at or what I'm going through, but also just those reminders of, listen, give yourself grace. Today may have been rough. Let's let tomorrow be better, and know that there's people that love you.
I love that. I love that you did the sticky note thing. You know what's funny about me is I can't stand paper. I married a man who is all about sticky notes, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. Oh my God. And then it just clicked, like sticky notes are the greatest thing ever. Do you remember a sticky note off the top of your head of just
like, if it's not chasing after Jesus and what I do, then I don't want to do it.
Oh man, isn't that great? I love that.
It's freeing.
It really is.
Yeah.
I feel like today's big girl thought is you can do hard things, but only through him. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I cannot do this life without him. I know. I love you.
And it's like, I can do hard things. Like, I've proven that to myself. I can get through hard things.
Yeah.
But they're harder. Like, they don't have to be hard.
Yeah.
You can do hard things and be like, this doesn't even feel hard. Or you can do hard things and be like, I'm drowning.
I know.
This is hard.
Medic. I've always often thought, like, I need a medic.
Yeah. I can do hard things.
Yeah, it is.
But why would I choose to be doing something hard and feel like I'm on fire, as opposed to, like, doing something hard and feeling like I got like I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Like, look at this girl.
Yeah. I love you, and I thank you, and all of that was so good, and there's so many nuggets, and Bentley.
We love Bentley.
What am I going to do with Bentley?
We love them.
Can I just have fun? I want to do just a big girl thoughts rapid fire. You'll know the answers totally.
Okay.
But red or white wine?
Ooh, red.
Heels or sneakers?
This is tough.
I know.
I'm going to go sneakers, though.
Okay, I know, right? I know. There's a time in our life where we were like sexy,
like
and now
heel.
we're comfortable.
Yeah, but I do love I have a good shoe game. So.
Yeah, okay. Beach vacation or mountain getaway?
This is also hard, but
I know.
I'm going to go beach.
Yeah, let's go beach. Early bird or night owl?
Ugh, night owl.
Really?
Yeah. I'm forced to be an early bird.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But you.
I don't want it.
I don't either sometimes.
Every morning I wake up, I'm like, coffee. Now
I know.
Breakfast.
Yeah. I have a letter board out there right now that, it was yesterday for my small group. It says, welcome. Here is my resting coffee face.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
Ooh, lip gloss.
Ooh, okay. Spa day or shopping spree?
I feel like I want to say spa day only because I've never gotten a massage or done a spa day. I know.
Oh my gosh.
People get so mad at me about it. I'm like, I've just never done it.
Okay, well, if you're watching and you know Kat and you love her, you get her a massage immediately. Okay, last one. Netflix binge or book in bed?
Oh, also hard. It depends on the mood.
The mood, I know.
I'm going to say right now, current mood Netflix. Because it's easier.
That's my current mood.
Yeah. Current mood Netflix, but I am a book girly.
Yeah.
I just go through phases.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for joining in on our Big Girl Thoughts conversation. I love you. See you next time. And we can do hard things, but only through our amazing God. Love you. Mwah.